We give you the real, like we popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your 6 sense, we back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw, uncut, no taste.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on? This is your boy, DJ Talented, and we is in another Saturday, 12 o'clock. You know what it is. You better have your cups. I got my water.
You ain't give me
I
none.
ain't got no cup. This woman.
I got my juice.
Miss Sandy got her juice.
I'm the one that's lacking here. I don't have anything.
I got another cup in here if you want me to grab it.
No, I just live vicariously through you all.
Okay.
This lady is a little bit off she off her rockers right now.
Whatever. Anyway,
this is the real,
the raw,
and
the
motherfucking rugged.
Yeah, you gotta lay on that motherfucker too sometimes, you know. To my right, I have
Miss Entertainment,
and on screen we have the sexy
Sandi the OG in the house.
That's
yes,
right.
yes. How was you ladies' week?
It's been good.
Yeah, it's long, busy, but good.
Busy, definitely busy.
Busy is good, always.
Yes.
Always. Yeah. So, Miss Entertainment, what we got going on this week?
Oh, you ready to jump right on into it?
We're gonna get right on into it.
All right, here we go. All right, a couple of hot topics. So, unfortunately, another black man was executed in Minneapolis after being awakened from sleeping on the couch with an alleged gun. The Minneapolis police burst into this apartment with a no-knock warrant and fired at this 22-year-old young man that was just really sitting up on the couch from being asleep. I was like, here we go again. I was like, I don't understand why we keep having these stories now, 2022. And then a lot of it is Minneapolis. I mean, what's going on in Minneapolis when it comes to us or people of color? It's just crazy. What are you guys thinking?
What they're trying to do is even the numbers. Because basically, it's more of us. You know, they call us the minority, but we're growing. I'm figuring more rapidly than they are.
When you're talking about people of color, yes. Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to even out the numbers, or at least get rid of so many of us, and it's fair game.
I just don't understand.
We're being hunted, and if they can go straight in somebody's house and start shooting before they even ask a goddamn question, something is wrong.
And that's why we need to get out and vote. I think we need to get rid of those district attorneys, those police chiefs, those judges that are on that mission to eradicate people of color. That's we're gonna our only recourse, because it's, to me, one of the main recourses, because it's still happening and it's 2022, and here we go again. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna march? I mean, what are we gonna do?
Marching ain't gonna do nothing.
It brings awareness, but it has to be a follow-up to something.
It may bring awareness, but then there's a whole lot of us that don't look at those things. They don't look, okay, they hear the news. Okay, I don't want to deal with that no more. So I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to go about my business. Like, the shit can't happen to you.
Exactly. It's scary.
It can happen to you just as easy as it happened to those people that it happened to. If somebody kick your door down, and then regardless if they know who they shooting or not, they just in there shooting. Why the fuck are you in somebody's house shooting and you don't ask no questions? You just go in and shooting.
Yeah,
That's
military. That's killing people on purpose.
Military don't even just go in blindly shooting.
I'm just saying.
You know, Teresa, you hit on it, because I don't care what, if we don't start voting on something other than just the president, your city officials, and that's been my thing. And I'm going to be on it for a minute because voting, your judges, your school board. I had a friend complaining about their grandbaby, their grandchild, getting kicked out of school for going off on some white kids for saying some racist remarks, but didn't do anything to the white kids and other than talk to them. And I'm like, okay, the school board, the school, always saying that this is the school policy, this is our school board, the school board decided on this is how we doing things. Get on the school board, get on the city council, vote for your DA. Vote for more than just the mayor. Vote for your commissioners. They're the ones that be making all these decisions that's having all these effects on your life, and stop asking everybody else to stand up and march for you and support you when something happens to you if you haven't stood up and did anything when something was happening for other people. Because there's a lot of that. People sitting back, giving lip service to things, but when it's time to step up, they're not stepping up. But the minute it happens to them, all of a sudden, they are voice for the people. And we need to do this. And this is what we need to do. And I see it happen too many times. Too many times, and if you don't want it to happen to you, just like DJ Talented said, if you don't want it to happen to you, do something about it before it happens. Don't wait until it happens to you.
Definitely.
That's just, okay, now I can back up now.
We got a couple of people that I work with that just say they're not going to vote. And they I shade melanin and things like that, but they say they're not going to vote because they don't see what their vote is doing. They don't see that it's changing anything. So if a whole bunch of us have a thought like you, it's not going to change.
It's not going to change. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
It's not going to change anything. Somebody say, well, I don't like this one and I don't like this one either. So why vote? Because if you don't vote, the one you hate the worst is going to be the one that's in there.
Yeah.
So,
and your vote definitely don't count if you don't use it. If you don't exercise that right to vote, you're right, it doesn't count. So you want your vote to count, and you want some change to come. And if you feel so strongly about this particular candidate or that particular candidate, get out and push that candidate. I was thinking this morning, Michelle Obama, a lot of us be saying, when they go low, we go high. You know what? We need to take some different defense tactics. Some of us can go high and keep going high. That's all well and good. But some of us need to go low. Really, some of us really need to go low. And if going low means getting out and motivating people and encouraging people to run and just using whatever tactics that they can use, if they're using tactics to keep us from the poll, then we need to come up with some tactics to get us to the poll. You don't just sit back and say, okay, well, they did that, so we're going to still go vote. Yeah, we're going to go vote, but this is what we're going to do when we go vote. We're going to make sure that everybody can vote.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It gets kind of frustrating, and I know that I can't just pull out a gun and handle everything.
Oh, can't do that.
As much as we wish we could, you just can't do it that way.
Oh man, can you think of how many problems would be eliminated?
Yeah. Even though that's the way that they doing it.
Yes.
We definitely can't do it like that. Or we'll cause another Tulsa going on around here. They be bombing up every fucking thing where black people at.
Well, black women been doing it all kinds of ways. You had Harriet Tubman going through the Underground Railroad. You had Ida B. Wells doing something else. You had Sojourner Truth doing something else. Everybody wasn't doing the same thing the same way, but they all had the same goal. So when I say we can't all go high, all of us don't need to go high. Some of us need to go low. And some of us just need to get all the way down in the dirt with them.
Yeah. Whatever needs to be done to get
Exactly.
get
By
out.
whatever means necessary.
Yep. Necessary. Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to hot topics in the news. So, in other news, Massachusetts Catholic school issued an apology for communicating to their students that they were serving fried chicken for lunch in honor of Black History Month.
Fucking dumb is that? What the fuck that got to do with?
So their statement is, in honor of Black History Month, one way we would like to celebrate is by highlighting a traditional meal each week that is staple in Southern Black history. Today's lunch is fried chicken.
Is that all that white people think we eat?
But wait a minute, that's not it though.
All that shit that we do.
Hold on now. So, of course, they got that smoke. But along with the apology, the school also threw the Black cafeteria lady under the bus saying, well, hey, we got the idea from her. But now I'm playing devil's advocate. Were they wrong? Because we do eat fried chicken. That is a Southern cuisine. Are we being too sensitive?
Guess who else eat fried chicken?
Everybody eat fried chicken, but
Mexicans, Italians, Latinos, Spanish people, Africa, everybody eat goddamn fried chicken.
And then I guess tomorrow for dessert, they're gonna have fresh watermelon.
That's what they're doing. They basically trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But what would be okay?
All the things they could do to honor Black history. All the things they could do. That's what they do. That's come on. Some things don't even dignify a response. Okay. You wanted to get a raise out of me. I ain't responding to that dumb stuff.
Okay, so if they wanted to make a Southern meal or a traditional meal or whatever, what would be the meal then? That will not be.
First of all, Black history is not Southern history. True. That's the first thing. You can't say a Southern meal represents Black history. That's the first thing. So if you want to talk about Black history and foods, then go back to the motherland and look at the foods that has to do, and look at it's too many other things you can look at, but looking at something that's a Southern tradition and calling it Black history, representative of Black history, because Black people eat fried chicken, that's crazy. That's just like saying the Ku Klux Klan is a Black history tradition. Because Black people were the one getting hung by the Klan.
Yeah, they brought in a noose or something like, hey, this part of Black history, yeah.
This for Black History Month.
I can see them not meaning that, especially if they got it from the cafeteria lady.
And that's the problem. We got a lot of people right now that kind of
ignorant
taken up for their ignorance.
Yeah. But
the thing is they know better than that. Everybody eat fried chicken. Everybody eat watermelon. You can't just say it's just goddamn Black people that eat that stuff.
Oh, they got
but I mean, it shows, like I said, the fact that you're going to say because it's a traditional Southern meal that makes it representative of Black people. When you got Black people north, south, east, west. So what meal are they going to cook for Blacks out west? Or what meal are they going to cook for Black up north? If you just going to pull and say it's a traditional Southern meal, so now it's Black history.
And where the school at?
Massachusetts.
Why the hell are they talking about Southern meals and they up there in the north?
I think for a lack of anything, I think it was a ignorance and not knowing of being exposed. I think they should have just stayed away from it, or just serve all kind of different things, not just focused on, hey, we're gonna serve some fried chicken for y'all for Black History Month. And they apologize for their ignorance. They should have crafted that a little bit better, which I agree.
But these are educators. These are the people that we don't put in charge of teaching our kids.
Yes.
These are educators.
Yes.
They don't. We put them in charge to teach our kids. You know, and then the only, you know, to me, they couldn't just give me an apology. They have to show me that they made this a learning experience for them. Not just for the school, but for that cook too. Because if that cafeteria lady, if that was her idea, a representative of Black history, then some of us need to pull a girlfriend's coattail. You know, let's not beat up on girlfriend if that's all she know. Let's pull her coattail and say, look, you in a position, you didn't know, you should have asked somebody. Next time they ask you about Black history, don't be hollering about no damn fried chicken. You know,
none of that.
None of that. She probably didn't say it like that. She probably just meant, hey, I'm gonna cook some fried chicken today. And they twisted the shit to make it seem like she just said, oh, I'm doing this for Black history.
For Black history.
No.
Hey man, they should have right on under, but hey, that was
just cook food.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't with them people. Sometimes I just can't. They make you go there. They make you go there.
It's one of those that you it's just too crazy just to be mad. You know what I'm saying? You just like
exactly. Exactly. You're like, okay, I cannot spend no energy on this.
Yes.
You know, I can't. You know, that's what they do and try to get us to spend our energy on this dumb stuff. No.
All right. Yeah. Now, speaking of smoke, staying on smoke, somebody else catching some smoke this week. Ms. Whoopi Goldberg, she gets a 2-week suspension from the TV show The View due to her comments that she made about the Holocaust. She stated that the Holocaust wasn't about race, but about a man's inhumanity to men. And now, since then, she has apologized and corrected herself because the Holocaust was about both. It was about a race of people believing that they were superior and trying to annihilate another group of people. So, of course, people are, people have been calling for her to be fired, and people throwing up when Sharon Osbourne and Roxanne said some craziness, they were fired. So why not Whoopi? So, what do y'all think about that?
Well, she told part of the truth, right?
She said, let's be clear, it wasn't about race. It was about inhumanities, a man having inhumanities to other men. That's almost saying, that's when you look at like slavery, it wasn't about race. It was about inhumanity. It was about both. It was about race and it was about inhumanity. Some group of people thinking that it's superior over another group of people. So yeah, she caught some smoke. She got 2 weeks suspension. Now, what do you think about that 2-week suspension? Is it, fair? Because especially when you're talking about a Sharon Osbourne or Roxanne, when they said some craziness, they immediately got fired. And if people are calling for her to be fired, to me, I didn't think none of them, like you're saying, need to be fired. Just re-educated, just educated, because you have the right to think how you think. But if you're wrong, correct your wrong. And how can we correct that and move forward? I don't know. Well, I'm asking for y'all. What y'all thinking?
Nowadays, you get canceled for nothing.
True.
So, Whoopi, you better get ready to be canceled, because if they don't cancel you or fire you off that show, then the people that think that she's wrong going to stop watching the show, and then they're going to start losing money.
Whoopi ought to go one better and just quit. To hell with that show, quit. She can quit.
Yeah,
if she called me and asked me what she should do, I'd tell her quit. 2 weeks, just tell her fuck it, go. I ain't got to come back. And be through with it.
Yeah.
I agree with DJ Challenges. Like, even when she come back, it's going to be, because there's 2 groups you do not say anything about, and that's Jewish people and the LGBTQ community. You just stay away from them as far as saying anything negative, because we are in a cancel culture, and those are 2 most groups that you can upset where you are done.
Yeah.
Now, I guarantee you, if Whoopi walk away from that show will be over. I guarantee you. Now they may carry on for a few episodes or a couple of more seasons or run it out, but I guarantee you they will lose viewership. They will lose, and eventually it will be gone. Whether people want to admit it or not. Whoopi is the reason that 90% of the people tune in. The other 10% was tuning in for that crazy McCain girl. But go ahead, Whoopi, quit. That's what I would do. I wish she would call me. If your people listen to me, tell Whoopi Sandy said quit.
Start her own show.
Just quit.
Yeah, she can. She can do her own show.
She's been doing enough. She got enough fans.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, my thing is, every time somebody get all bent out of shape about the Holocaust, or whatever it is, whenever they get bent out of shape about that, I don't want to hear it. Until you start showing that same energy about slavery, because those same people who's been out of shape about what Whoopi said are the same people that's saying we don't have the right to vote and women don't have the right to police their own bodies and we don't have the right to do this. No black man can be a coach of the NFL. Those same people who are saying all this about the Holocaust and you shouldn't do this about the Holocaust and you shouldn't do this about the Jewish people are doing that to everything and everybody else. I don't want to hear from them. They don't never want to have that conversation with me. Because I mean, it's ridiculous. If you can't show that same energy, because there's no way you're going to tell me that what happened to the Jewish people is more important, more relevant, more significant to what happened to blacks from Africa. Are you serious? And the thing that slavery did, not just in America, but in other countries too? Are you serious? No, you don't want to have that conversation with me. Yeah. And if I was Whoopi, I'd tell them they couldn't have it with me. Whoopi need to tell them the same thing. You don't want to have this conversation. You don't want me to come back? Not a problem. She can go on vacation. It ain't like if they fired me.
She can get on show because podcast is hot. You got a lot of ignorant people that's making millions of dollars talking about
Thank you. Thank you.
So
thank you. So no, I'm just when people this false outrage. That's what this selective outrage. When people start being real selective about what they want to be outraged about, then I have a problem.
A lot of it is just people. When I was reading, a lot of it is people that just don't like Whoopi. So exactly. Saying something about them, they coming. Oh, they coming in droves. They coming for.
That's what I said. That false outrage.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is.
And Whoopi should just say, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Her own show, then she can say what she really wants to say.
It's just
like Tupac woke up this morning and said, fuck all y'all. Just be through with it.
Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to Sandy's words. You ready?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
There you go. OG Chronicles. What we got going on today?
Now, we kind of touched on it just a little bit. I'm not a football fan. I like football, so. I used to be a real fanatic, but I'm not anymore. And don't keep up with the games and who's winning the Super Bowl and stuff. But this lawsuit that's going on, I'm a little bit upset. Not because homeboy put the lawsuit out there, because I feel like he's totally beyond justified in putting it out there. I'm trying to figure out where is his support. Where the people
those are not sure what you're talking about, because I know what you're talking about, but a little context of that football player. What's
the head coach? He was coach. I can't even. I told you I don't know, but I know the story. He was coach for the football team, head coach, and was going for the head coach job, going for an interview, and come to find out that they already hired somebody in that position, but they were still having the interview so that they can say that they interviewed a black man for the position, only to cover themselves. But they had already hired somebody, made a decision of who they wanted to put in that spot. So he's suing for was it a class action suit? Discrimination, affirmative action discrimination, but he's suing. And he has every right to sue. We all know he has every right to sue. The players know, the other coaches know, the fans know. So I'm trying to figure out where's his support? Where are the people that's supporting him? Where's the people that's standing up and saying, are they so afraid of the NFL that they just gonna sit back like they did with Colin?
Yep.
With Colin, is that what's getting ready to happen all over again?
Yep.
Is it going to take black women? And I'm tired of jumping on this bandwagon, but is it going to take black women once again to be the one to stand up and say what y'all doing, what y'all did was wrong, and he got every right to fight it, and we're going to support him 110%?
That cape, because that cape is always on.
always, and don't get me wrong, because most black women I know don't really mind being superwoman when they have to be superwoman, but they get tired of always having to be superwoman. And this man, what he's doing is something that should have been done a long time ago, something that we speak on when we sitting around watching the game with our little friends, or we speak on it, when we're in the privacy of our own homes or the privacy of our own little groups. But we're not stepping up. The minute this man put that suit out there, we knew what he was. It ain't even no question in our mind that he's not lying. And there's really no question in their mind now, because he's got proof. Y'all always talk about where's the proof? Here's the proof.
Yeah,
that's my thing. I'm really pissed that we have not come up, that the players, that the other coaches, that the fans have not come out and shown their support to this man and what he's doing. Because he ain't doing it for himself. He don't made it clear it ain't for him. So that's what I got to say.
I agree. Because the proof is was it his old coach or whatever told him congratulations, and then he come to find out he sent it to the wrong one.
Yeah.
He hadn't even interviewed yet.
They already, what are you talking about? You finna go for an interview? They don't already hire somebody. What?
Yeah. He texted the wrong person. That's why he got it. Because that's how a lot of jobs are done. They already have who they're gonna hire. They just go through the formalities so they don't get sued.
No, and like they trying to say this with Biden, because he said the next Supreme Court justice that he put out there is gonna be a black woman. You damn straight is gonna be a black woman. You right.
Well, if you white, do not apply. No need to apply.
Exactly. Do not apply.
No need to apply. Okay. Because all the others do it.
You didn't hear them white women complaining when all them 141 justices before them was old white boys.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Yeah, Biden, put a black woman out there. Let her stir it up. Because they not ready for a sister on the Supreme Court. They not ready.
Ain't ready, but they gonna get ready.
They are not. All I keep saying is, I hope it's somebody that's a mix between Annalise Keaton and what's the girl name from Scandal? You know the show
yeah.
Scandal?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Yeah. I hope she's a mixture between Annalise Keaton from How to Get Away with Murder and whatever the sister role she played in Scandal. You know, because they ain't take no stuff from nobody. From nobody. You know, so let it be somebody, and then she can have a little bit of Michelle in her.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of Michelle, not a whole bunch. Not a whole bunch. Michelle a little bit too laid back.
All right. So moving on.
That's all I got to say for today.
Well, thank you, Miss Sandi, for them OG Chronicles. So I don't have nothing per se for us hot to watch because this is Black History Month. So, and it's going to be a whole lot of great movies to watch or rewatch. Is there a particular show or movie that you guys got on the list to watch in celebration for Black History Month?
Well, I would say from what when I was younger, we was made to watch Roots. I think every new generation person needs to watch Roots. Know where you come from. Know your history. And if not, well, Roots is like so many different shows, DVDs, VHSs, or whatever. It's gonna take you some time to watch it, but it'll also give you the know-how of what's not being taught in school right now, what they're trying to hide in school right now. With some states don't even want you to teach any type of Black history. They're trying to take it out of books and all that stuff. So your new generations, y'all need to watch every bit of Black history that y'all can, and not just watch it in February. Watch it the whole year, and learn your history. Don't learn your history from somebody else's books that really ain't real. They only want you to know the stuff that didn't harm your people. They want you to know the small stuff. They don't want you to know that your people built these types of things and they stole patents from them. They don't want you to know that. So that's what to watch.
What about you, Miss Sandi?
There's been some things coming on AMC, and it's talking about Black history, but it's talking about before slavery. And I think it's important that we watch some of that and our kids watch some of that, because a lot of people think that Black history started with slavery, and it didn't. You know, they need to learn about Timbuktu and Mansa Musa and the Queen, what's her name, Queen Bolin. You know, there's a lot of, that we were the cradle of civilization, math and science, alphabets, all this stuff came from us, and all that came before slavery, before all of that. So I think we need, and I don't think it just need to be kids watching that. I think a lot of us adults need to watch that and just kind of remember. Then start with slavery and stop letting them tell you that, that everything started with slavery. It didn't. We were powerful people way, everything started with us. So let's just be honest. Life started with us. The cradle of civilization, education, science, arts, everything, all that started with Blacks. All that. Some of the best architect, medicine, way before we hit these shores of the United States, way before we came over in them boats. Know that it was a Black man before, and that's what A&E is showing, all this stuff before slavery. I think that's the thing they got behind it, before slavery. Okay. And I think that's important.
That's pretty. I didn't know that, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. I know it's GPS. They have quite a few things on there to watch, so I'll probably be definitely viewing some of that. Now for entertainment, I'm gonna have to go with my my Color Purple. That's my favorite movie.
Ah,
It's been a minute since I
all my life, I don't had to fight.
had to fight my uncles, had to fight my brothers. Girl, child ain't safe in a family of men's.
Hoppo, who that woman?
So
Yeah.
entertainment, I'm definitely gonna have to pull that out.
When we go off entertainment, I got to go with my two favorite. The Five Heartbeats and the Women of Brewster Place.
Mm.
Those two.
Yeah.
The Five Heartbeat, when Eddie Kane Jr. and the Women of Brewster Place. I can watch those over and over and over again.
Totally agree. Totally agree. All right, we're gonna move on to Did You Know? All right, did you know? This segment we will celebrate and acknowledge African American and their contributions to making this country great. February, which is Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. We'll celebrate on our show. Even though we celebrate Black History Month on our show every month, but I want to definitely say happy Black History Month to everyone. So today, I want to celebrate Mary. Put her on up there. Mary Van Britton Brown. Before security systems became a fixture in homes, an African American nurse, Mary Van Britton Brown, devised an early security unit for her own home. She spent many nights at home alone in Queens, New York, while her husband was away and felt unsafe with high rates of crime in her neighborhood. And on top of that, police were unreliable and unresponsive. So she created a device that helped put her mind at ease. In 1966, Brown invented a system that used a camera that could slide into and look through 4 peepholes in her front door. The camera's view would then appear on a monitor in her home so she could survey any potential unwanted guests. She added other features to the system, including a microphone to speak to anyone at the door, a button to unlock the door, and a button to contact the police. She and her husband took out a patent for the system in the same year, and they were awarded the patent 3 years later in 1969. Home security systems commonly used today took various elements from her design. So today, Miss Mary Van Britton Brown, we celebrate you and your contributions to making this country great.
Well, yeah, she get a bunch of hand claps right there.
Yep.
And glad that they didn't steal a patent from her.
Are they paying her to use them elements? Paying her kids, her family, somebody?
It's supposed to go to her legacy.
Yeah, it should. I don't know, but the article did say that the security systems of today are taking elements from that. But she did file a patent, and she was awarded that in 1969. So
why did it take so long?
Patents is not overnight. It does take a while with patents.
Well, I believe in that, but 3 years.
I don't know the normal time, but I do know patents does take a while.
You know what my guess is.
And then it's 1969.
They're trying to figure out a way to take it from them.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
they just gave it to her.
So, all right, we are rounding this thing up. This was a good show and short to the point.
To the point.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So, in this last segment, I check your truth on some things that are on my mind, and I need to just blow that shit out. So, on my show, The Power Hour with the Real Ass People Society, live on Fridays at 7 p.m. on Terradon Entertainment Radio on Live 365. That's right, it is a plug. We talked about not letting people deter you from your dreams and never giving up. Everyone has a gift and put on this earth to do something meaningful. And unfortunately, there will be people that will be jealous of you and try to shit on you every time they get a chance. So, as your president of the Real As People Society, I encourage you to continue standing tall and moving forward in your pursuit of all your dreams and goals. And if people are not adding value to your life, they are taken away. So keep your circle tight. Only allow the people that are truly in your corner to be by your side. So, God bless you and these United States of America.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Hannah, any final words between you and Miss Sandy?
Final words is, like you said, stand strong in what you know that you are here for. You're here for a reason. Everybody is. Whether it's to do whatever your passion is, and if you want to do what your passion is, there's two different things when it comes to that. There's some people, I'm passionate with this, but they'll let somebody else take them out of their element and get them to do something else. If you're really passionate about whatever it is you're passionate about, you stick to it. Stick to the plan. It ain't gonna come overnight. And even if it do come overnight, you stick to your plan. After you make one goal, make another one. Make another one. And make another one. And keep doing it that way, because if you don't make goals, you'll be either too laxy-daisy on getting it completed, or you'll get it completed and then won't know what to do next. So you got to constantly do goals. That's my last words.
That's it.
I just want to ask you guys about, I know we talked about the Super Bowl and the football, but we ain't said nothing about this halftime show. So what's y'all feelings about this halftime show coming up for the Super Bowl?
I ain't paying no attention to it.
I ain't paying no attention
to it.
Dre,
Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick, and Mary J. Blige.
Sound like it's going to be hot.
Yeah, that's going to be nice right there. Yeah.
So a lot of people are telling them they should not perform now.
Why?
Because of the lawsuit. They say they should show their support and not perform. Back out of the halftime show. And my thing is, if that is something, because I'm only watching for the halftime, I've made it clear. My only reason to watch the game is to have my margaritas and wings ready when the halftime come on. I don't care about the football game. Mm-hmm. But if they decide that they're not going to do the halftime show, they need to get in touch with Swiss Beats and Timberland and do that verses and just do a live verses, because I want to see that show. I want to, if the show going to be anything like the promo has been for that halftime show, I want to see it, so I'm excited about seeing Dre, Snoop Dogg.
I think they should still do it. I mean, you can show your support in, by other ways, but they put time, money, and effort, and the people that's going to be performing with them, I think they should still move forward and give them that opportunity, because they don't get paid for that. That's coming out of their pocket, and they got all these people that they, bringing in to be a part of it. I just wouldn't take that away from them. That's just me.
I don't know. Seeing as though every time something that happens with Black people in these sports nowadays, it seems to be looked over by Black people and by white people. They ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's the Caucasians way of saying, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. It's just gonna be a little phase and they'll be all right. But if we start hitting them in their pockets and really start hitting them in their pockets, if a lot of people will probably just watch the football game just because of the halftime show, that could be a whole lot of money taken out of their pocket.
Not true. You put it like that because people are paying a whole lot of money for them commercials.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But you're right. I was like, I forgot I did see a ad for that. I was like, I might want to see that show. But and all the because the halftime show, they got the lights, they got all the people. I mean, they got everything.
And why can't they do that by themselves?
That's true. They can put on their own show, rent out the stadium, and
you know what they should do? They should do it at halftime, but somewhere else.
Do a concert with them.
Fuck them clean up.
Yeah, that's what I said. If they not gonna perform, get in touch with Timberland and Switch Beats, who be doing the verses every month. You know, and let it, instead of being a verses, just let it be a concert. You know, and have them come up there and perform. I mean, because that's gonna be because Snoop Dogg and Drake together. And then watching Mary J. Blige, I've been practicing dancing like Mary J. You know, because can't nobody dance like her.
So, Mary J. can't dance either. But
yeah, you do the, anytime you do that dance, everybody know you're doing the Mary J.
my thing is we still need to come together as a people. We are so damn separated. We so damn separated. We still think like that Willie Lynch letter. We still think like that.
Exactly.
Letting them control us mentally. We may not be in slavery right now, basic slavery, but mentally we still in there.
Yeah.
So once we can get us together and start doing stuff for us again, like Tulsa, we always gonna fall into their little trap. This gonna be for a minute, where this one is gonna be suing somebody, or this one is gonna be kicked out of football, or this one's gonna be kicked out of basketball, or this one's gonna be kicked out of whatever. But once it get to a point where we start fighting back, get our own basketball team, get our own goddamn football teams.
We can plan for that, but what are we gonna do today? Because that hasn't happened, and it will take a long time for all that to happen. And so
I think in a way it's already happening when you start looking at all these young brothers, and I think we touched on that before, all these young brothers that's now signing up and turning down the Big Ten and going to HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be the start. And when you start hearing young brothers who, instead of talking about how many cars they can buy, or how many watches they can buy, how many diamonds they can buy, are actually talking about putting their money together, you know, to do some things, to start their own league, to start their own teams, you know.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's do and stop talking. I mean, we don't talk enough. I'm talked out. I mean, everybody can do. I mean, we can do, but let's do. And I think that's great that those athletes are supporting the HBCU, but how can we elevate the HBCU so they get national attention?
Well, somebody has to, you know, regardless, you know, unfortunately, it's even, okay, let me see, how can I put this? Even with Rosa Parks and the bus boycott, even though she did not give up her seat, the boycott didn't go into full effect. Somebody had to do something. Rosa did something. Somebody has to do something. This coach is doing something. Somebody has to do something. Colin Kaepernick did something. You know, so people are doing things. It's just trying to get others people to follow. And the reason so many people were so supportive of the bus boycott is because we got out there and made a way. You know, we didn't just say don't ride the bus, because these people still had to get to work. Mm-hmm. You know, they still had to take care of their family. So they didn't just say don't ride the bus. They said, don't ride the bus, and we're going to pool our resources, and we're going to pool our cars, and we're going to get you back and forth to the jobs you need to get to. We're just not going to do it. You're just not going to ride the bus.
Right.
You know, right. So what I'm saying is, you know, yeah, let's start somewhere. And what you're saying is exactly right. Let's just stop talking about it and let's do it. So if we're going to stop supporting NFL football, that's all well and good. Let's get some money and set up our own team. But until then, until we set up the team, until we did, there's still some other things we can do. there's still some things that we can do. We can stop going to, and if you look at it and believe anything that they are saying, then viewership is already down with the NFL. It's already down. And if more people, because unfortunately here in America, the only way you get people to make change is to hurt their pocket.
Agree.
That's the only way. That's, and that is so unfortunate. And it's not just about rich people or white people or poor people. It's about if you do anything to affect somebody's bad, that's when you're going to see some change coming about. Mm-hmm. That's when you're going to see it. And it has to affect, more than just me and you.
Right.
It's going to have to.
Definitely.
And they started, I guess, the boycott with the Colin Kaepernick, but and it did last a little while. But we have to continue the fight. In other words, we have to continue it, and that's that.
And if you got,
I hear them be more vocal about the vaccine. The folks who don't want to take the vaccine than they are about, killing black kids. Missing black. I mean, come on. Okay, so this Cobo don't want to take the vaccine. Not a problem. Don't invite him to the damn cookout then. He can't come to the cookout.
Right.
We've been handling stuff for forever. You ain't gonna take the vaccine. Okay. Cause mama them gonna be here. And we rather have mama them here than you. So if you don't want to take the vaccine, that's fine. But it's some other things that we can be talking about. Some other things we can be putting our energy on. Just like we putting our energy on knowing about, getting mad at basketball players because they not letting him have his say. And I don't think it should just be football players that's boycotting the NFL. I think basketball, baseball, black people, white people, anybody who care about what's real should be the ones boycotting.
Yeah.
And hurt them, mess with the bag. That's why I said we need to stop always going so high. We need to go low. We need some people who don't mind. And I don't mind getting dirty. I can take a shower. I really don't mind getting dirty. Sometimes I prefer to get dirty.
All right.
It's satisfying to go in there and rub all that dirt off of when you know what you don't accomplish.
Yeah.
Some days it can be satisfying. So, but that's my word.
All right. DJ Talented, take us out, please.
Well, listen here, people. That was a great show. Great show. We talked about some good topics there, and some topics that's going to continue to be talked about. This is Black History Month, so to all, happy Black History Month. Yeah. My name is DJ Talented. You can find me on Instagram at DJ Talented _1. I did change it because somebody was, on me about it. That's for Instagram. Facebook is my real name, which I'm not going to say. And Twitter, you can catch us at Terror Dome Entertainment. Continue to get on the radio station, listen to your good songs, the old school, new school. We also have podcasts on there. If you don't have a location for your photography, if you're a photographer, you don't have a location, we have a location here. We have a podcast / radio area here. If you want to do a podcast, or if you want to be a DJ for the radio, we can do that for you as well. Also, we have a full-blown recording studio. So if you are an artist, singing, rapping, we have a location for you. We also do what they call auditions. So if you don't have a place to do your audition, you can come here and do your audition here. Again, I'm DJ Talented, and to my right, I have
Miss Entertainment.
And how can they get in contact with you?
MIZZENTATL on all social media.
All right. And then we have Miss Sandy over here. And how would they contact with you?
Instagram and Twitter is Phoenix Blue 0618. Facebook is my real name. If you don't know it, but
you just don't know it.
you just don't know it.
All right, so that has been another fabulous episode of The Real,
The Raw,
and the
motherfucking ragged.
Get it in there, Miss Sandy. Get it in there.
Yeah.
And we out of here, y'all.
all right.
We
Bye, y'all.
like
Great time.
in a red pill. Ain't no time for acting. It's like camera action. Real life is a script. Real talk is what it is. Enlighten your success. Back at it again. Until you can't filter it. It's raw. Uncut, no taste. Give it to you in your face. Fresh off the chopping block. Delivery every Sunday. Rugged. It is the show with substance. Guaranteed you leave with something. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Pour it in your glass. Let's toast it.